Okay. Appreciate it.
Oh, hi, Mom. We're gonna go out and fuel an aircraft.
So I got directly out of high school, and my dad had given me a good piece of advice with that. He said, after you finish high school, he's like, don't sit around, don't go, oh, well, I'll take a year off, because he's like, you'll never go back. So I think I took about a week off of high school, and then I went right to college. I went to Pittsburgh Institute of Aeronautics in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. I graduated from there. I think I took a month off, and then I ended up going to Ames, Airborne Maintenance and Engineering Services, and worked there for 4 years on the heavy aircraft and such. I got to ODOT in this position through a mutual friend of sorts. She sent me an email and said, hey, ODOT's hiring for an aircraft maintenance technician position. And I looked at her and I was like, ODOT has airplane mechanics? Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. So I applied for the job, and sure enough, I ended up getting it.
I guess I got into working on cars and vehicles. And then my dad, he knew that ODOT had the aviation program. So he said, hey, why don't you look into aviation? And it was Columbus State, they have a program for it. So I did that, got a job down at Port Columbus with American Airlines, Envoy, which is their regional carrier. Basically, I just was trying out different positions there. I was a mechanic, I was a crew chief, trying out different shifts. And then a position opened up here and I just kind of jumped on it and went from there. I've been here for 4 years now, so I love it here. Day-to-day is, come in at 6. We basically see if anything broke last night from any night flights or from higher patrol flying. Working with the team that we have here is great. It's 5 of us mechanics here, and we're all about the same age. So we mesh together really nicely. Just in general, working with the state is very nice.
My day-to-day, it can consist of either daily inspections or troubleshooting, depending on what aircraft are needed at the time. Usually the helicopters, highway patrol, they'll need a daily done on it, which is 10-hour, 7-day check. You check the engine, check flight controls, just kind of like you would get in your car before sort of a long road trip. You check your tire pressure, check your oil, make sure everything's up to snuff. But then it can turn into one of the pilots will end up giving maintenance a call and going, hey, I'm down at one of the airfields out here. Can you come out and look at my aircraft? It's making a weird, funny noise. And so I end up going down there and troubleshooting on the fly. Working for ODOT, what I like about it is it's a lot different than working out in the private sector. Usually out there, they're about getting the job done as quick as you can to save the customer money, and we need it out the door and we need to make money. And that can lead to other safety problems and people getting annoyed and upset because, well, this is a paying customer. Whereas if you work for state government, I found they're not really necessarily too concerned with that, and in a good way, because then it doesn't put any excess undue pressure on you as the mechanic. I actually enjoy coming into work every day, believe it or not. I like working here a lot.
One of my favorite things about the job would be just the flexibility of our schedules. If we have doctor's appointments, mundane things like that, having weekends off is a big plus, especially if you have a family. So I appreciate that a lot.
I'm one of the people who gets to fix and maintain these aircraft for the state of Ohio. Like, not many people have the opportunity or the chance to get to do that, so I try and hold myself to the highest standard possible. I try and treat every aircraft that I fix like I would put my family in it right after I'm done fixing it. And I know all these pilots want to go home to their families too. Because at the end of the day, safety's pretty important here. All the pilots are very trusting of us mechanics here. They put their life in our hands every day, trusting that we're fixing these aircraft and maintaining them appropriately and up to standard.
What draws me to it is when you have something that's kind of dirty and broken and you're able to kind of clean it up, fix it, and then you send it out and you're like, wow, it works like new. And it's just it's like a good feeling.
It's very rewarding. It is tough, but I think in the end, it makes up for it by getting to see the airplanes take off from the runway. Like, even here, I still don't get tired of it. If I just got done working on an airplane and it goes to fly and take off, I'll usually stand out there and watch it. I really enjoy that, and that's just one of the perks of the job.